Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm JustJamie and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about BMX The Game. So before anything is said and done, I just want to make you guys aware that today's video is kind of sponsored. So there will be a giveaway at the end of the video. If you guys want to stick around and win yourselves a copy of BMX The Game, I have 2 to give away. Then stick around to the end of the video and see how you can do so. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to address a lot of the things that you guys may already know or may have already assumed, and that is things that need to be worked on in the game. I will try my best to put some little footage over the top so I can show you what I mean, not just saying what I say, if that makes sense. So first things to address, physics. Honestly, this is probably the poorest part of the game and is also the hardest bit to improve and work on. The physics of the game are very difficult to kind of work with, especially when we do have games such as Pipe or even previous games like Dave Mirror, where the physics were a lot different than what these ones are. For example, when trying to do a 180, a 360, anything like that, it feels very rigid and very hard to do. So for example, the 360s and the 180s need to be a bit more fluid, a bit more smoother in the motion as such. Yeah, that's kind of it when it comes to physics. So if you're doing a bar spin to manual, quite often it's pretty easy to do, but then doing a tail whip out of the manual, for example, will be very difficult, because by bunny hopping, you're like bunny hopping like a half an inch off the ground, which when it comes to realistic riding is what they're trying to achieve here, like a realistic feel. It's not quite the same. Something else you may have noticed as well in the past few months since they've released on Steam, they have been adding new things regularly, which is a pro. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a pro, it's a good thing. But at the same time, they're releasing too many tricks, in my opinion. Because they haven't polished up on the bunny hops yet, or the nollies or whatever, the other tricks that they're adding in aren't working as well as they could do. So for example, we now have turn downs, handers, one-footers, one-handers, I think, knacks, foot jams, I think I said foot jams, bar spin, tail whips, tables, euros, X-ups, those kind of things. We've got a good array of, like a good variety of tricks, but the issue is, because the bunny hops aren't good, doing the other tricks aren't good either. So if I was to do like a hop T-bog, it would like, the way it's meant to work is kind of all in one motion. You meant to bunny hop, take your hand off the handlebars, touch the seat, and then put your hands back on the bar in one kind of fluid motion. In the game, it's quite rigid, it's quite staged, if that makes sense. So you're doing it in stages, you'll do the trick and it will just be like, okay, bunny hop, now take my hand off, now touch the seat, and then put the hand back on. It feels like there's too many steps in it. So realistically, I think that needs to be, the bunny hops need to be, the tricks need to be polished before they're published. And the last thing I'm going to talk about for the bad things is the optimization. So I have a GTX 1050 Ti graphics card. Not a great graphics card by any means, but it's a mid-range graphic card. So it plays Fortnite, for example, 60 frames a second at 1080p medium settings, that kind of thing. But Pipe, I can play, good settings as well. Whereas BMX The Game, I have to have everything on ultra low, and I still get frame drops. If those of you who come into my streams, you may see that it's sometimes unwatchable, especially playing in the city. The city, there is no way I can play that on stream. I've tried before, it looks awful. One of my most viewed videos this year is BMX The Game's live stream the day it came out, and it clearly shows that the city needs, it's not even the city needs tweaking, it's the optimization around the games. I know that they now have a new engine that they're running on, so that's great, but I do think that that needs tweaking as well, so that way if I wanted to play on my laptop I could, or if I wanted to play on a low-end graphics card I could also do that as well. But I think realistically that's the only things that they need to tweak. I will now go on talk about the good things. Okay, so there are a lot more good things than there are bad things about the game. I have a list of good things on my other monitor that I'm going to be kind of skimming through right now, so that you guys can kind of hear all the good things and the reasons that you should play this game. They currently have a 30% off deal on Steam at the minute, so if you want to catch yourself a copy, you can go get if you want to get yourself a copy, you can do at 30% off, or like I said, wait till the end of the video and I will tell you how you can win yourself a copy of BMX The Game completely free. So yeah. Okay, so my list of good things here. Manuals, perfect. Even since they came out in the first release on the Steam store, the manual's always been perfect. I love the animation for it, the way he pumps. He'll just like hold back and then he'll pump naturally. It looks so good, so clean. Obviously, because the bunny hops don't work that great of it, he can't do many tricks out of them. But the manuals themselves are perfect. Can't fault them. Love them. All the maps are made really well. Whoever they have on their team making the maps is doing a great job, because the Nike Tunnel, even this Barcelona Sea Wars, they're really well made. Yeah, so all the maps are made really well. The only thing I would suggest is that they need tweaking graphically, because they're not playable on a variety of different specs of PCs. This is something that you guys have already caught on to, and that is, with Pipe being out and BMX The Game being out, it's two completely different games, two completely different styles of riding, which is great. And you may be thinking, well, BMX The Game isn't polished, it's not up to Pipe standard. It may not be, no, but it's a different style. For example, the Skate series and Skater XL play completely differently. There are similarities, yes, and that's the same for BMX Streets and BMX The Game. There are some similarities, but they are both played differently. And then these next 5 are going to be things that this game has that Pipe doesn't, and you have to appreciate that. And that's things like the replay editor, which everyone wants, map creator, prop dropper, customizable character, and a pin dropper. I'm pretty sure they got the pin dropper from like Skate 3 or Skater XL or something like that. But all of these customizable options are things you guys were asking for in Pipe, but they have in BMX The Game. So, credit where it's due, because they work really well. There can be improvements, yes, but they work well nonetheless. Honestly, the list of good things for this game is amazing. The team is doing incredibly well, especially with the kind of backlash they've received. The amount of skeptical input that they've had as well from us is... So with all the feedback they've received over the past few months, they have made great improvements into the game. And the things I've listened in this video are just things that I do think that they can improve on, or things they are doing well. I do 100% stand by this Barspin Studios. They're doing great. They're trying to give us another BMX game. Like I said, the same how Skater XL, Session, all those kind of guys are just giving us another version of how to ride skateboard, or how to ride BMX, or how to like Descenders, I think it is. Just another way of riding a mountain bike and things like that. There's never just going to be one team for something. Like FIFA and PES, it's completely different things. They're comparable, yes, but they're not the same. That's what we have to remember. That's pretty much my kind of 2 cents on this. Just to summarise, things I think they should improve on: less tricks, improve the basics. Once that's done, great. Physics, get it more fluid, get people who ride BMX in real life to help potentially. Because Mash, who makes BMX Streets, he himself is a BMX rider, so he rides BMX, he knows how to do bar spins, he knows how they should look and feel and all that. And it's a lot easier to get someone who does ride BMX to explain these things or help put these things into motion, rather than just watching them through a video or whatnot. Spins, it should be kind of one motion instead of multiple motions. Pipe does this really well for like 180s, 360s, 540s, anything like that. So that, I think, it should be improved as well. But that's pretty much it. That is my little rant on BMX The Game. I do think they have an amazing future ahead. All they got to do is take people's thoughts into consideration, which they are doing already, and continue improving from there. So, thank you very much for watching. Now, it's time for the giveaway. So if you guys want to play this game yourself and give me your own thoughts on the game, if you don't own it already, all you have to do to win yourself a copy of the game on Steam, leave a comment below. Leave a comment below about what you think of the game, whether you think it's bad, good, whatever. Just leave me a comment, and I have 2 codes to give away. All you have to do, leave a comment, and I will pick someone, and then on New Year's Eve, I will give away the codes in that video. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, leave a like as well, follow me on my social medias, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.